Hi everyone, so what I want to do is a review of the TV programme Tempting Fortune, which is on Channel 4. So I watched series 1 and it was fantastic. It's my type of programme, it's definitely something I would go on, but I just don't know how I would get on with all the other contestants. So it's 12 people and they go to in this time around I think they're in, is it Malaysia? I don't know where they are, I can't remember where they've gone to, but basically they are 12 people. And if they stick together and they avoid temptations over 18 days, then they will win £300,000 and that will be shared between them. If they take a temptation, every temptation they take, and it will include things like swimming pools. There was one where they went to a pub and they could have burgers, cheesy chips, drinks. Obviously, it's not at the normal price that they'd be paying. They would be paying something like £1,000 each time. And what was interesting is that I definitely think there are plants in this programme, because a few of the faces I've seen them before, and then I googled them. There's a person who's been on 8 different reality TV shows, so he's obviously just goes to all of them. There's a lady who, I can't remember where I've seen her before, but I'm sure she's on podcasts or she's on YouTube and stuff. So I think they select certain people who are full of drama because they want obviously it to be entertaining. So there's only been 2 episodes so far and they've already spent, I think, I don't even know if they said they've spent £60,000, probably not that much. But the one girl, Imani, who was similar to the one on the first series actually, I can't remember her name, loud, black woman. And I think they do this on purpose because they obviously want to get the stereotype. So they want a really loud, argumentative, not part of the team black woman to come on there like saying all this stuff and doing all that. And I was already saw it coming because it's on every show that they do that. They'll choose someone who they know the public are going to hate. But she was just being ridiculous. She took 3 challenges on the first day, 3 temptations. She took air conditioning, which was pathetic, £200 a minute. She took the bed, and I think it was something like £1,000. And then she took another one, a taxi. She took a taxi, which was £1,500 instead of trekking. But the one that actually bothers me more than her, even though she's really irritating, is Vicky. So Vicky is this woman, 38 years old, entrepreneur. It was the fact that she said, I don't need the money, I'm here for the experience. I've got a 7-figure business. So she keeps taking all of these challenges, but what they're not realising is every time you take a challenge, that's money that's going out of the pot for everyone else. And also, what are you doing on the show? Like someone said to her, if it's not for the money, and if you've already, you knew it was going to be trekking, you knew it was going to be tough, why are you there? And so you've got these 2 opposing teams. Some of them are saying we're not going to take any temptations. We want to make sure all the money's intact. We want to make sure we work as a team. And then you've got other people that are somewhere in between. They say, I want the experience, but I will also work as a team. And then you've got people who are just taking the pee. When I worked as a camp counsellor, I went to Camp America. There was about 20 of us as camp counsellors from all over the world: Australia, South Africa, America, Puerto Rico. That was the first time where I saw like the differences between group dynamics and how if you don't work together, it can really, be unpleasant really, because you've got to be around these people. The only challenge that they've had, which I think I would have probably bent on at the minute, the only temptation, is where they went to a pub. So they'd been trekking quite a lot. They got to this pub and it was, you could have a beer, but it was like you're talking £300. Steak. I would have had the steak. I'm not gonna lie, I would have had the steak. I would have just said, yeah, I'll do that. Apart from that, no, because do you know what, you have to push yourself. And my feeling is, if you're gonna go on a show like that, I was gonna go on Big Brother at one point. I nearly applied. I was gonna go on The Weakest Link. I applied for that, but I couldn't get on. I didn't get the answers right. I watch quite a lot of reality TV shows. So yeah, if you're going to go on the show, do your research. But if you've signed up to it, what's the point in going on there and not pushing yourself? So the point is, I don't know if everyone else has watched it, but let me know. And also the other point that they're putting there is, if you leave, you deduct £25,000 from the prize fund and another £5,000 if you leave voluntarily. If you get medically discharged, which someone did, you still lose £25,000 from the shop, but you don't get the extra £5,000. So yeah, it's an interesting program. I'd love to hear if anyone else has watched it. Would you go on a program like that? What would be the biggest challenge? And the biggest challenge for me would be, I'll get on with anyone, and I'm quite good at zoning people out, so I would not be getting into arguments with like Imani and the other people that are not pulling their weight. I wouldn't give them the satisfaction of getting into an argument with them. But I just think if people would keep taking money and kept taking the temptations, I would start to think, oh, we're not going to end up with any money. But you can't control what other people do, so you have to go in there with the mindset of all I can control is what I do. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Have you been watching it? It's called Tempting Fortune. It's on Sundays and Mondays on Channel 4. Don't know what time it is on, but yeah, let me know your thoughts if you've been watching it.